All right, we're here at Universal Bar and Grill again for the Dive Bar Comedy Podcast. What's up, GT?
Hey, what's up, Wild Joe? It's Halloween. You know, it's my favorite holiday. I got that song out. No, you know the song I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's Halloween, so get down and eat my candy.
Yeah, listeners, if you want to hear a very interesting, cool Halloween song, not just the Monster Mash, check out Get Down and Eat My Candy by GT.
Yeah, I wrote that song in 2000 of, what was it, like August or September of 2000, and when it came out, it was like, it had a buzz in the studio. And now, like, kids and everybody, they're making their own versions on YouTube. It's out there. Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, if you want to do a mashup or make your own version, a cover of GT's Halloween song, GT can make you famous.
It's Halloween, so get down and eat my candy. It's Halloween, so get down and eat my candy. It's Halloween, so get down and eat my candy. Get down and eat my candy.
Your mom, she wanted you to play that for the trick-or-treaters when they came by to get candy last year, remember?
My mom?
Yeah, your mom. She was like, oh, why don't you play your song while they're coming to trick-or-treat?
I wouldn't play that to kids. Maybe I'll play to hot chicks, but not hot bitches. Not little kids.
Well, you had to explain that to your mom because there's a bit of a language barrier. She didn't really understand, but I remember you saying, like, Mom, it's a sexual song. And I thought, like, wow, I don't know if I would say that to my mom. You have a very open relationship with your mom. You're like, yeah, it's a sexual song.
Yeah, it is a very sexual song. It's something you would play at a dungeon.
Well, it's not always sexual. I mean, it's double meaning, double entendre, where it could mean just eat candy or it could mean eat something else. Hey, ladies, are you looking for hot deals on sexy styles? Check out everydaysweetheart.com. Everyday Sweetheart, where you can find the most sexy fashions for going out, club wear, or just to show off for your loved ones. So check out everydaysweetheart.com and get 10% off with deal code TAKE10, TAKE10, take 10. Thanks a lot. All right, we are here with Cat Adell. She was the first comic to open up our show tonight. How was that for you, Cat?
It was delightful. Thank you for having me.
Do you ever perform in dive bar settings like this?
Yes, I perform all over the place, including living rooms. So it's a mixed bag.
Living rooms. Is that harder than like a bar or a regular business type place?
Sure, it's very awkward. It's very strange. Have you ever done?
I have. I did. I have all those baby jokes. So the last time I was at a baby bump party or something, and they talked me into doing my comedy set a cappella, but it went over well because it was like a baby party, a lot of little kids and parents and stuff there.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. How are kids as an audience?
Well, the kids, they don't matter. I'm saying that parents could relate to the poopy diapers and all that stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
How do you feel about your unicorn costume? Trying to be original. You come here, there's a guy that looks just like you. Who's that guy?
Who is that guy? Actually, this is a great costume because I'm basically in pajamas. It's the best costume.
Yeah, it looks very comfortable.
Are you going to go home and sleep in your pajamas?
Absolutely, yes.
Pajama / Halloween costume. I like that.
Yes. And it's machine washable, so.
Can you go working out in those? Maybe you can hit 24-hour fitness or.
It might get a little warm.
It seems like unicorns are hot this year. Would you say they're like a trend or something? I mean, they've been around forever, but it seems like a trendy thing.
Oh, cool. I'm on trend. That's good to know. That's exciting.
Your comedies is more like it's more of a very intellectual. What type of comedy is her comedy?
I don't know. I mean, that was nice.
She's laid back. very.
Well, that's nice. You're saying she's intellectual. That means you're saying she's smart.
Right? I'll take it. Thank you.
It's always hard to go first.
Yes, it's always hard to go first. There was music playing while I was up there, but I hope I got the show off to a good start.
You did. You have a soft voice, and some of the people around you have very loud voices. So as far as the recording, I could see like the spikes when the MC GT was going, and then it got so soft and quiet. So I hope you show up in the recording.
I hope I do too. Sorry about that. I didn't realize we were recording.
Yeah, I told GT, I'm like, hold the mic further away. You're blasting out the speakers. You're at level 12.
That's great.
So tell us about you. Are you from LA? You married? You single? What's going on with you?
I am married. I am from the Midwest, Missouri, Kansas, and North Dakota.
Did you find the guy here in LA?
I did. I did find him here.
That's shocking.
I know, right? But he was a Midwesterner as well, and we connected in LA.
Aw, that's so sweet. So how long have you been here in LA?
I've been here about 10 years.
Okay, you're like a local now. And I guess out on the scene, what are some of your favorite places to perform?
Oh my goodness, I love all the places. I do a show at the Black Cat that I produce. That's one of my favorite shows because I do it. I guess I have to promote it, right?
Where's the Black Cat?
The Black Cat's in Silver Lake, and we do the show in the private room in the back of the Black Cat. It's very intimate.
That sounds awesome. That's awesome. And while you're promoting yourself, you might as well go all out. Where can people find you on social media?
I'm Cat Adell on Instagram, Cat Adell on the YouTube. Find me.
That's Adele spelled like the singer?
No, it's Adell.
Lovely name. Lovely name.
Yeah. So so what brought you to LA? Was it comedy? Was it acting? Was it music? What brought you to LA?
College. I came out to go to college at California Institute of the Arts.
Aw. It's an artsy person. You look like an artsy person. I can tell you. Not just a unicorn, but a rainbow unicorn.
Yes, rainbow. It's a very important part of the aesthetic.
It's very nice. It's very nice. All right, Cat. Well, thank you for coming on our show. This is Dive Bar Comedy. You can find us on iTunes or a lot of other places, or just go to divebarcomedy.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
GT's Comedy Jam on Halloween. So we got 18 years ago, I wrote a song called It's Halloween, and it's I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's called It's Halloween by GT. It goes, it's Halloween, so get down and eat my candy. It's Halloween, so. Oh man, K-Rock was playing it. It was big. It's getting huge. Before I know it, Halloween was over. I was like, hold on. The song is catching on momentum. I'm gonna get big. Halloween's over, bro. Wait till next year. And then again next year they start playing the song. It's Halloween, so get down. I'm getting big again. I'm getting huge. I'm getting all popular. Guess what? Halloween is over. Again? You gotta wait till next year. Hey, you guys gonna play my song again? Nope. It's old now. Aw, man! My song is old! I didn't even get the chance to blow up! I thought I was gonna blow up! Yeah, your song is old. It's been out for 2 years. But it was only out for like 30 days. And it was over in again 30. Forget it. Now, I got kids playing my song on YouTube and making their own versions and stuff like that. All right, we're going to have the first comic up is Cat Adell. Come up here. Cat Adell. Here you go. She's yeah. Here you go, Cat.
Passing it off. Hey, hi everyone. Thank you for being here. Basically wearing my pajamas, so that's fun. So I had a video go viral this summer. That was a neat experience. Thank you. It's kind of weird. I didn't anticipate. They're playing music.
I know. Seems not really good.
Cool, let's power through this. All right, so let's see. Oh, viral video, that was bananas. It was a really strange experience. The most notable thing about it was that nobody cared. Like literally nobody gave a crap that this video was going viral. Even my mom was like, oh, that's nice, dear. That's really sweet. So is that paying off the college loans? How's that working out? Yeah, nobody cares. And I thought, like when your video goes viral, like you get dick pics just flooding into your inbox, right? Like the internet will tell you that dick pics just get sent to women. And I thought for sure they would come my way. But actually I ended up getting harassed by Nazis. Yeah, so I guess either way I was still getting harassed by dicks. That was interesting. Yeah, a lot of hate came my way. That's not funny. We'll change that. That's not a joke. So I have a friend who is a model. That's one of the great things about living in Los Angeles. The models just walk among us. And sometimes they are kind enough to grace us with their friendship. But he's a very specific type of model. He is an underwear model. Yeah. And as I've gotten to know his body of work, as it were, I've noticed there's a difference between male and female underwear models. The men are always like hyper masculine. They like stare right down the camera lens and like flex all the things. But the women always seem like surprised to see a camera. I imagine the photo shoot goes something like this.
I'm just gonna lean on this rock, on this pristine beach, in my underwear, and just, ooh, what are you doing here?
It's the corniest joke I've ever written, and I love it. So I'm also an actor. Actually, if I'm being real with myself, I'm much more of an auditioner than an actor. And being a woman in Hollywood is limited at best. For instance, I recently went out for the role of woman with armpit hair. Yeah, that was a weird conversation to have with my agent. Basically telling a co-worker that you haven't shaved in a decade. It was uncomfortable. But part of my job as an auditioner is I find auditions. And I look at these things called the breakdowns. These are basically job postings for actors. And the roles I go out for suck. We've established that. But I brought some of my favorite breakdowns that I would like to share with you guys. These are all 100% real jobs that actors can have. This first one is for Susie. Susie, with breasts as big as her ambition. This motor-mouthed stewardess is determined to become an actress. Yeah, somebody wrote that and then submitted it to their boss. And their boss was like, yes, that sounds like an actual woman. But I thought, you know what, I feel a connection to Susie, so I'm gonna submit for this role, because you know what, my breasts are as big as my ambition. They did not specify how ambitious she needed to be. This next one is for a music video. They're looking for a woman with the ex-girlfriend look. Right? What even is that? Is it like a look of relief? This next one is for Amy. Amy, she's tough, resilient, and can work a belt sander just as well as she can work a tight dress. this is problematic for so many reasons. First of all, women can do two things that's crazy. Like, everyone knows we're all one-dimensional creatures with no inner lives. Also, why is she wearing a tight dress to operate a belt sander? So, there's that. Rooting for her. This last one is for female. She doesn't get a name. The female has been shaken to her core after witnessing the death of her best friend. But most days, she would just be a fun-loving college chick with an amazing body. And I thought, you know what? I could be a female. I could do that role. So I put together an audition, and I would like to share it with you guys. Unicorn and all. I just witnessed the death of my best friend.
But I have an amazing body.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, put your hands together for Cat Adell. Yeah.
Hey, if any of you are in the LA area and you have slippery floors, don't be liable for slip and fall accidents on your floor. Check out tightgripla.com. tightgripla.com. Slip-proofing solutions for any tile floor. Entryways, bathrooms, kitchens, restaurants, you name it. Check out tightgripla.com.
Hey guys, we are back with our first comic of the night, Julie Machin. How you doing, Julie?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? Happy Halloween.
Thank you. I like your costume. You're a schoolgirl?
I'm actually Cher from Clueless. My Dion is not with me yet.
Well, that is a schoolgirl. That's a very specific schoolgirl.
Yeah. It's a movie I haven't seen, but I own the costume, so we're doing it tonight.
Oh, wow. And you've never seen it. That's a classic movie. Have you seen Clueless, GT?
Clueless, the TV show?
He doesn't even know what it is. GT is Clueless. It's a movie.
Oh, the movie Clueless. Because there was a TV show back in the 90s called Clueless.
I think it was the movie. I don't know.
Movie with like Paul Rudd and Alicia Silverstone and what's her name? Stacey Dash?
Yes, that's the brunette. That's the brunette. And I feel like I have possibly seen it. But it was so long ago, and it was kind of forgettable. So
I heard it was like a really good movie. I heard it was. I mean, I haven't seen it. I was gonna get smashed later tonight because my roommate said that I have to see it at least tonight, and then maybe watch it later.
I watched that movie Heathers finally. That was like from when I was a little kid, and I was like, this is a really creepy, weird movie.
My roommate is actually being a character from the Heathers tonight, and she's going to cover herself in blood, and, so I guess we're doing the classics tonight in our, I don't have a name for our house or our apartment.
Wow. Well, that's cool. So, Julie, this is our first time having you on the GT Comedy Jam, and we are on the Dive Bar Comedy Podcast right now. How long have you been doing comedy, and where are you on social media?
I've been doing stand-up since February. So I'm just a little baby. You can find me on Instagram at Julia Machin, and that's Machin. And then I am on Twitter with not much of a following, and that's Machin_Julia.
Oh, so it's Julia, not Julie.
Yeah, it's Julia. I go by Julie. That's just how it's always been since before I could remember.
Okay, we're very confused here.
So tell us about you. You're out here with your friends? Are you here with a boyfriend? Or what's going on with you?
I originally moved to LA like a year ago with a boyfriend, and then that imploded. So now I'm out here by myself, just pursuing stand-up and whatnot.
What state are you from?
I'm just from Orange County, so pretty much here. I'm pretty local.
So wait, what happened to the boyfriend? Where is he?
He moved back to Orange County. He I think one of the big things was I loved it here in LA and he didn't at all. It's a tough place. It definitely wears on you. And some people, they move here and they do it for a couple months. They're like, nah, I'm going back to where the beaches are better.
What part of Orange County is? Orange County ain't too far.
Yeah, no, it's super close. I grew up in Newport Beach, and born and raised there for the most part. And then I split my time up. I would go back and forth to Seattle all the time. I would hop around a lot as a kid.
Yeah, it's not far, but it has a much different vibe. Newport Beach is a lot different from Venice Beach or someplace in LA. It's a lot rougher here, I guess you could say, and it sounds like your boyfriend just couldn't cut it.
No, he couldn't cut it, which is weird because he was super cut.
Well, that's nice.
It was. I don't miss it. I do a little.
Oh, just hang out at the gym. Go to the gym. You'll find more guys like that.
Yeah, no, I do every day. I'm there.
Every day. So you have a good workout routine.
I mean, most every day. I'm trying to ease off a little bit, but it helps with like work routine. I'm a little bit addicted just because, I don't know.
You stay on a routine. That's good.
Yeah. I'm a creature of habit. I love my routines. I like grew up really OCD, so I had like weird little habits, but somehow you develop different kinds of routines, and that's how you get normal-ish. So the gym is great. I love it.
What time do you go to the gym? GT is a 24-hour fitness middle of the night gym guy.
I am too. I love an empty gym. So generally I try to aim for like the in between 8 a.m. and like 2 p.m. or after 10. Wow.
Do you take any Zumba classes?
Do you take Zumba classes?
You're talking to the wrong person. It's GT.
Do you take Zumba classes?
Hell yeah. I'm a Zumba kind of guy. Zumba.
He's making a joke out of it, but this is serious stuff.
And I take some, there's Zumba classes you take, and then there's like karate, like.
Oh, he's trying to change the subject. It's Zumba. He's not taking any karate or any fighting classes. It's all Zumba all the time.
Zumba is fun. Zumba is fun.
There are few things in the world that make me happier than just like happening to walk past a Zumba class and just looking in a little bit and seeing all the like older women try to dance. There's something just really endearing about it that makes people who can't dance take Zumba, and it makes me smile. It's how I would look, but I don't. I just lift and cardio and I'm out. But I wish I could dance.
GT wishes he could dance too, and I'm gonna have to walk by and watch him sometime.
You know what? When I take those classes, it's kind of like. I'm gonna be honest. It's fun. It's fun. It's like they teach you moves that you don't know. Like. And then, it's like you don't have to go to dance school. You know what I mean? You can just go to Zumba class.
I took like a kickboxing class like once or twice and got really discouraged. And then also I took dance in high school, and my friends would just roast me about my moves. I look funny when I try to dance. It's so I kind of got discouraged, but maybe I'll find it.
Well, I took ballet and cheerleading, so there was dance related, but it's not the same kind of dancing as when you go to a club and dance. I used to be very self-conscious, and then I ended up hanging out with these girls, and my girlfriend was always the first one on the dance floor when there was nobody out there, and just going crazy and doing back bends and dancing all crazy. And I eventually got over my nervousness and just started not caring what I looked like.
Oh, the minute I get any sort of substance in my system, I love dancing. I love to do it, but it's just like I have no coordination. So I just like, if I'm with friends, and I'll move around and I'll dance the whole night. But like when it comes to knowing choreography and like trying to do those moves, it's just, I can moonwalk.
That's hard. Moonwalking is hard. GT has a lot of choreography. He's always showing it off, his fancy footwork every time we go to a party. And he has a lot of music videos. He's a singer. He has a lot of music videos where he shows off his choreography.
Yeah, I sing, and then I talk about I found my voice. You know what I mean? I could sing. Yeah. So what are your favorite comedy clubs?
My favorite clubs, like to go to watch, or I mean, of course, I love the Comedy Store. It's part of the reason I started doing stand-up back in February. It was also the first place I did stand-up back in February.
So have you done some shows at the Comedy Store then?
No. Since I just started in February, I only just now kind of started getting asked to be put on shows. When I kind of decided to hold off. I know a lot of people ask to be put on friend shows and whatnot. I was like, I feel like people will start asking me when I'm like around ready to be booked on shows and trying to get in front of more real audiences. I just wanted to kind of get better. You know what I mean?
Well, cool. Well, we're looking forward to your set. I've never seen you before. It's always fun to have new people on our show and new faces.
Yeah, it's like you're just starting out, so hopefully you'll have a really good set. It's just the thing about doing this. You just start when you're first doing comedy. It's kind of nervousing when you're kind of nervous to get up there, and you just feel like, oh God, am I gonna bomb? Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna do that? You'll notice after a while everybody's bombing. A lot of people will bomb, and you just have to just keep trying. You got to do it every day. Yeah. You can't just do it once a week.
I do it. That was part of the thing. I learned how to bomb, because when I first started, I just started getting up every night from there. Yeah. So you learn how to do it.
Cool. All right. Well, Julie, thanks for being on our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Coming up next is Julia Machin, people. Woo!
Sorry if you can see my butt, but I'm not that sorry. Because I did wear the skirt. Ow. If you're wondering, I am Cher from Clueless. I just don't have a Dion with me. I need to make a black friend. I'm just kidding. We're meeting up after this. We are. We're going to get drunk. It'll be great. I'm working on my likability. I had some woke friends visiting from the Bay Area, and they saw me do stand-up, and they were like, people aren't going to like you because you say retarded in your sets. And that's not the only reason people don't like me. How are y'all doing? What's up? So the reality of dating in my 20s. I'm just learning what it's like to get ghosted by 38-year-olds. 38-year-olds, not 38-year-olds. It looked like that's what you thought I meant. Yeah. So good manners, but also bad manners. I'm doing my set here. So I only like sad songs, right? Like I like conflict, no resolution. Loose ends, leave them untied. Never been much for happy endings. I've been edging for 20 years.
You're an artist.
I feel. Oh, etching? Yeah. I do that too, and stand up. I'm triple threat: edging, etching, and stand up. I feel like any song could be a sad song if you're like looking at it from the right perspective. You know what I mean? Or Spotify's parents are splitting up too. I don't even like supportive environments, because that just wasn't how I was raised. Like my dad for Christmas got me a TV wall mount for a TV he didn't realize I didn't have. Like I guess a wall mount is technically support for a TV. I'm in a healthy relationship with unhealthy relationships. Like I eat my feelings. We're going strong. I had quit drinking. I didn't drink for 7 months. Started drinking again just so I would stop eating. Because you can't eat and drink simultaneously. But I guess the Asians figured that one out with boba. So you can now. I was emotionally abused growing up. Can you tell? Oh, good. No, like my parents enrolled me in special ed and then didn't tell me why. You know, so every day on the school bus, Connor Gall and Dave Moore would be like, why are you in RSP? Is it because you're retarded? You know, and I would answer honestly, like, I don't know. It just feels unfair, you know, because I've always had N intelligence. I'm just not generally intelligent. Like, I can't find my way out of some bathrooms. But I'm really good at connecting to animals. But you know who else is really good at connecting to animals? Lenny from Mice and Men. You know Lenny? Lenny with the bunnies. He pets them to death. Retarded people. Class I was in was called RSP. That was retarded, stupid people to the mainstream kids. You know, and the mainstream kids are generally pretty nice to special needs kids. That's how I knew I wasn't retarded, was because they were not nice to me. You know, it was when they started being nice to me that I had the existential crisis. Really just started wearing makeup and brushing my hair. No one cared who I was till I put on the mask. That's Bane. It's okay, I'm not good at Bane. I'll work on it. Anyways, that's why I'm not nice to special needs kids. It's really hard for me to imagine what my life would have been like had I not ended up attractive. You know, I've seen people have to do it the other way. Looks hard, like harder for sure. I see why people get into drugs and stuff, you know, and that's even harder for ugly people. Because for them, drugs cost money. And the only reason I have ever paid for drugs is principle. Yeah. I had scabies for 6 months. Anybody else? Just me? That's okay. I feel like not everybody's with me. Does everyone know what scabies is?
No.
It's an STP, a sexually transmitted parasite.
I thought STP was freaking oil for fucking a race car.
That too. Yeah, it's kind of like pregnancy. Scabies is why I had to get the fuck out of Orange County, you know, because I was unintentionally waging biological warfare via my Tinder app. You know, like I saw doctors that just kept telling me, no, there's no way you're gross enough to have scabies. That's for homeless people. You know, but maybe that's how I got it. Hard to tell if somebody's homeless on Tinder, but I did know a dude with a mattress in a storage unit. Storage unit's kind of killing it as far as being homeless goes. You know, like he knew he was going to need the mattress. Little ladies. I'm kidding. He had a cute dog and a car and an undercut like he had. I'll move on. Do I want to? You know, I wish I had more female. I want more female. I was always friends with weird dudes growing up. You know, like my best friends in elementary school were the fat ginger kid and the four-finger boy. My best friends in elementary school. And I was always like, why are weird dudes always nicer to me? And it's because they're creepy. That's it. That was it the whole time. I want more female friends. But I think I'm a beta female. You know, actually, I know I'm beta. Because one time I got my period 5 times in 2 months. I was just syncing up with all the women in my life. Got to the point where anytime one of my friends was like, I think I'm about to start my period, I was like, I think you're about to start my period. Okay, guys. Thank you.
All right, Julia Machin. Yeah, she's all the way from OC, people. Yeah. She moved to LA all the way from OC. She doesn't commute back and forth like some freaks. You know what I mean? Hey guys, you looking for a tent? You need a tent for storage. You need a tent for your wedding. You need a tent for your party. You need a tent because you have no garage. Well, log on to webtentsale.com. webtentsale.com. WebTentsale.com and browse around. See what you want. See what fits your needs. Once again, WebTentsale.com. WebTentsale.com or call 1-877-918-TENT.
Alrighty, we are back with the Dive Bar Comedy Podcast, and we have comedian Jon Morrow here.
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
We are good, and I was mentioning that there's another guy that's been on our podcast named Martin Morrow, but apparently there's no relation.
No, definitely not. He is black and I am white. But I guess we could be stepbrothers, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I should check with him.
Brothers from another mother.
Yeah, he's on the flyer, as you can see.
And they're both on tonight?
Yeah. I didn't see him. He said he was going to show up late, so.
Well, I guess he's definitely not here early, that's for sure. So, Jon, how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing it for about a year and a half now. But I've been performing on stage, since I was probably 17. So I've been performing a long time.
As a mime, a clown?
Oh, I wish it had been a mime. That would have been great. My mom would have loved that. No, I'm a singer-songwriter originally, and I've been in a lot of bands in L.A. and performed around town for many years.
Huh. We're both singers, too.
What kind of music?
Mostly folk Americana, singer-songwriter type stuff. I write all the stuff. I sing and perform myself. And then I've been in some indie bands as well here.
Cool. Yeah, actually, we both write songs and sing, but it's not really singer-songwriter style. It's more like rap or maybe like dance, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
You guys going to perform tonight? Do you want to perform tonight? Yeah.
The sound system here is not that amazing. I don't know if we can plug in a background track here, but I mean, if somebody can beatbox, maybe I'll do a rap.
Maybe we can just do a call out and see if somebody can do it. My wife might be willing to do it.
Oh, you brought your wife?
Yes. She's seated over there. We came dressed as Clarence in Alabama from the movie True Romance.
Oh, I remember that movie. That was a great movie.
It is a great movie. It's actually one of her favorites. I've probably seen it a couple times, but she's seen it maybe 50 times, so she loves it.
That's nice. That's nice. How does your wife feel about you talking about her on stage? You ever talk about her on stage?
Oh, yes. I talk about her often, and normally she's okay with it. There have been a couple of jokes that I definitely had to stop saying on stage. Just because it made her seem a little stupid. But never anything bad. I don't do any sex jokes either about our sex life or anything like that either.
Aw, what a nice guy.
What do you usually talk about on stage?
I tend to like talking about general observational things, also things that happen in my life, getting older, being from Texas. I'm originally from West Texas, and that was a rough upbringing. I was raised a vegetarian.
You didn't like that?
No, I did not like that.
Being vegetarian in Texas.
In Texas.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's disconcerting, right? Like
You're around cows all the time.
all the time, and they looked at me and they were like, "Hey, are you gonna eat me?" And I said, "No, not me. I'm a nice guy."
So when did you rebel and start eating meat?
I haven't. I'm 37 years old, and I've never had meat.
You're complaining about being a vegetarian.
No, but then I moved here, and it's so much easier to not eat meat.
Oh, here it's very trendy. Here, if you eat meat.
Yeah, I totally agree.
My friend is like, oh, you're eating blood and pus and death on a pizza and stuff like that.
That sounds like a really disgusting pizza.
Anytime anybody posts anything on social media about any type of food that's not vegan, she is on there like she's a militant vegan.
I am definitely not a militant vegetarian in any way. I grew up in Texas, so there wasn't any way for me to be militant about it because everyone disagreed with me.
Wow, but you stuck it out. You stuck it out. You
I started eating eggs when I was 27. I started eating fish when I was 29.
Okay, you're a pescatarian now.
Pescatarian, yeah. I feel like pescatarian, though, it just feels so bougie to say. So I prefer to say vegetarian who sometimes eats fish.
Yeah, I'm like a vegan that cheats once in a while.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
I'm an aspiring vegan.
Aspiring vegan, yeah. You've got your flow chart. You're deciding, figure out exactly which days you can go without it and all that stuff.
Because honestly, if people just cut back their meat like 90%, it would be so good for the planet and good for your own health too. But people don't understand. If I cheat one time, they're like, "Ooh, you're not a vegan," you know. So I don't even like the titles.
Yeah, I think what you should tell them is if there's any meal that they have where they don't have meat, you should go, ooh, you're vegan now.
Yeah.
Back at them.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I'm torn between like, there's health benefits of not eating a lot of red meat, but then I feel like, oh, what if I need meat for something? Like we wouldn't be able to digest it. We're not cows,
Exactly. I totally agree. That actually happened to my sister because my sister was raised the same as me, and when she became pregnant, the doctor told her that she needed to start eating meat because she needed more protein for her and the baby. So she started eating meat, and she never looked back.
Oh wow! So she totally has put it behind her that.
100% behind her. She loves all meat now.
How are the Thanksgivings with what's it called, tofurkey?
Oh yeah, we don't do tofurkey. We do a 4-cheese lasagna for Thanksgiving. It's delicious.
You know what? My vegan friend also convinced me that being a vegetarian is worse than just full on eating cows, because here's the logic. Because if the milk comes out, right, you're now torturing the cow. You're not just letting it live its life and then killing it to eat it. You're torturing the cow by raping it, impregnating it, forcing it to have children, pumping it all the time, and eating its pussy, antibiotic-filled milk. And then all the male babies that it has get murdered, and its babies get ripped from it. So it's actually better to just let it live its life and then kill it and eat its meat than it is to be a vegetarian and eat cheese. How do you feel about that?
I'm going to be honest. I like to choose my battles, and that's not one that I'm going to take on. I think your friend sounds like she's a lot to talk to if you talk to her about food.
Yeah, actually, yeah, there's a lot. But, I mean, it did make me feel like guilty about being a vegetarian and not a full-on vegan.
Sure. I feel like I've saved enough cows and pigs in my life that I'm good just going with the dairy. Doesn't bother me at all.
Go to heaven, it's going to be full of cows and pigs that you saved just kissing you.
And it's going to smell so wonderful. I can't wait.
Jon Morrow. So, yeah, man, really appreciate you dropping by and getting on GT's Comedy Jam. Really appreciate it. And hopefully you'll have a great show, bro.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Where can people find you online?
You can find me at Follow Jon Morrow on Twitter or Instagram.
It's John with or without an H?
Without.
All righty, John. Good to talk to you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, coming up next, all the way from Texas, this guy, he's from Texas, people. Not only is he from Texas, he grew up as a vegetarian. Can you believe that? That's what I heard, but I'm not. Anyways, coming up next is Jon Morrow, people.
Hey everybody, how are we doing? Happy Halloween. Congratulate yourselves for coming out. Most of you probably don't have children. Good for you. Or they're old enough that they're out on their own. The guy just wants a glass of milk. Won't anybody help him? He just wants a glass of milk. Anyway, I'm just going to do my set. So, things are getting weird out there. Like, it's getting strange. I read this article online. They interviewed this woman and they listed her job title as influencer. Like, that's her fucking job. Like, she puts it on a business card. She probably doesn't have business cards. But I was like, what? Did I miss something? When did personality traits become job titles? Excuse me, sir, what do you do? Oh, me? Oh, I'm a nice guy. Oh, does that pay well? No. Influencer. Now I can add that job title to the ever-growing list of job titles that lets me know who I'm not gonna like at the party. That list includes such job titles as senator, cop, mom cop. Ah yes, the dreaded mom cop. The greatest buzzkill in party history. Jimmy, your mom's here and she's breaking up the party again. Mom, Pa, why do you always break up our parties? Why do you always go drinking with your friends when I'm on duty? Mom cop. Strikes again. Oh, she's good at her job. And she's a good mom. I don't know. Influencer. Maybe I'm just getting old. Like, maybe that's the thing. Maybe I just don't. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not old. I'm older. You know? Like, I'm old enough to remember how to operate an answering machine. Like, but I'm also young enough to know that the sad emoji is not an appropriate response to someone texting you that they had an abortion. Also, don't text people that you had an abortion. It's a bit gauche. I'm pro-choice, really, but not when it comes to that. I'm pro-call. Just pick up the phone. Hey, happy Tuesday, had an abortion. I'll be home for dinner. Like, it's that easy. That's all you gotta do. Influencer. Oh, man. But I getting older is it's sneaky. It sneaks up on you, right? Like, I found myself. My wife and I, we were going to see a movie the other day, and before we left the house, I looked at her and I was like, "Should I take a jacket in case it gets cold?" Oh my God, who am I? And like a month ago, I confessed to her. I said, "Sweetheart, I don't think I can drink rosé anymore because it makes me too gassy. What happened to me? Who is this person?" But it's true. The rosé is gassy. It's not worth it. That's an older person thing. That's an older person thing to say, right? It's not worth it. Young people don't say that because everything's fucking worth it. Be like Tuesday, you had a shitty day at work. You're like, man, fuck this job. Fuck that boss, man. Fuck it. Let's fucking go out. Let's fucking rage. And you go out and you pound a bunch of beers and you wake up and you're hungover till noon. Hashtag worth it. Because when you're young, you're living every moment as if it could be your last. And then you get older and you go, hey, wait a minute. This moment could be my last. Like, is this how I want to go out? Drunk at the MGM, and I'm wandering through the casino and I can't find the door. I just want to get outside and puke. So I just puke in the potted plant. The security guard comes up. He was like, hey, man, you just puke in that plant? And I'm like, your mom's a plant. Like, is that how I want to go out? The short answer is no. The long answer is, well, which weekend is it? That story may have happened more recently than I would like to admit. So, I think anybody who titles, it's very brave for a person to title their event the first annual. Like, that's quite an assumption you're making there, right? You're gonna be around in 12 months. I don't know that I'm gonna be around in 1 month. The way my comedy career is going, I don't know that I'm gonna see Breakfast tomorrow, okay? I might just decide to end it all tonight. Just drive home and play Catch Me If You Can with a 5-0. Spoiler, they're gonna catch me. I drive a Honda Fit. Also, like, let me put it to you, it's, when I was with my first wife, I did not refer to her as my first wife in public places. What I said to my mirror in the privacy of my own home is my business. But it is, because it's an assumption, right? And if your event, this is the worst part, if your event is for like a fundraiser, for like a charity event, you're going to cure Parkinson's or something, and you title it the first annual, that's not very optimistic, is it? You know, you're basically saying, well, we're not planning on curing this anytime soon, so there's probably going to be a second, third, hell, maybe a fourth annual. Like, where's the optimism? How about the last annual? We're going to do it, guys. Like, even if you don't, at least be optimistic about it. Like, currently, my current wife, I refer to her as my last wife. And that's not because I'm convinced that she's not going to leave this tall drink of Flint water. No, it's because I'm super convinced that if she did, I wouldn't get married again. All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey, a big thanks to all our listeners and a very special thanks to all our fans who came out to check out our last show at Universal Bar and Grill. Universal Bar and Grill in North Hollywood, where they carry Global Vodka. Our sponsor, Global Vodka, it's 100% gluten-free, smooth finish, great taste from Italy. Global Vodka, you can check it out at global-vodka.com or come see us live and have a taste for yourself.
Sam Brilhart right here on our podcast.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on your podcast. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fun. You're a new comic, or I don't know if you're new, but you're new to us. How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing stand-up for about 2 years now, but I did improv and act before that.
How would you compare improv with stand-up?
The biggest comparison that I can lend to improv and stand-up is that in stand-up you learn that there's a victim in every joke, so someone has to be put down, someone has to lose. And in improv, they're all about building the group mind and then creating a joke to make an edit. So in stand-up, the biggest difference is in stand-up you learn that you have to put someone down in order to make something funny, even if it is maybe at the cost of yourself and self-deprecation.
Ooh, deep thoughts by Sam Brilhart. I have noticed myself, especially being like, not to brag, but pretty and being like white. I'm not allowed to talk about fat people. I'm not allowed to talk about black people. I'm not allowed to talk about gay people. All I can really do is make fun of myself, you know. So I'm mostly doing slut jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is really interesting. You bring up an interesting subject about being the white person now and how we're sort of just the punchline of everything, which is great because we have to deal with it. But we can also come up, hopefully, with fun, other creative ways to talk about our pasts and our childhoods that make fun of our family, that really help to open things up and clear things out of our system.
Yeah, as long as nobody in your family ever watches or listens to your stand-up.
Well, yeah. I mean, my mother would have a shit fit if she knew that I was out here in a unicorn costume tonight.
Not to get off topic, but I know this girl has a blog, and she has her mother died when she was a baby, and then I guess her father is just like a horrible person, and she's giving all his personal information out, and I'm like, you know what? The only reason she's able to have this blog where she talks about everything is because she has no parents. Like, anybody that has parents would not be allowed to talk about all this stuff in front of the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Like we used to, I don't know how old you two are, but I grew up where my parents monitored a lot of my activity. So we didn't have blogs or vlogs. It was we were pretty well monitored on AOL because every time the dial-up, every time the phone rang, you were getting kicked off the internet and you had to stop watching porn. So it was it was time to stop blogging and stop doing what you were doing.
GT watches porn right in front of his parents.
Yeah, I watch porn, and I've been caught so many times, unbelievable. I remember once my dad just barged in, and then imagine you're gone for all your life, and then you're gone, you move out, you're gone for college, you're gone, and then you move back home, and then only to get caught by your dad barging in, catching you jacking off. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? You know what I mean? What do you want? Can't you see I'm playing with myself? Can't you see I'm just about to climax?
Lovely stuff to talk about with your dad.
Yeah, I mean, my father and I never really had any sort of conversation close to that. He gave me the birds and bees talk, and it was basically just respect women, and that's all he said about it.
Oh, that's a nice thing to say. That's nice. That's a good birds and bees talk. GT's dad just walks in and watches everything. But yeah, I'm really glad. The worst thing that ever happened to me that kind of thing is I was taking a shower in my parents' bathroom only a few years ago, and they have a clear shower, and their bathroom is part of the master bedroom with no door in between, and my dad didn't know I was in there, and he just walked into the bathroom, and I was naked in the shower, and I know it was a clear thing. He's like, oh, sorry, Johanna, walked out. So I don't know exactly how much detail he saw or if it was steamed up or what, but that was kind of embarrassing.
You're just a younger version of your mom, so you probably was like, oh. It's so he's probably. Anyways, he's anyway, so yeah, man, comedy is kind of like weird because like you end up making it's you either have to make fun of your parents, you either have to make fun of your wife, situations, bring down something, and make fun of yourself. You're like, what am I doing? I'm making fun of myself. I'm humiliating myself, like what I just said about my dad catching me masturbating, and he's and then if you did live on your own, he just comes in thinking he just barges in. He caught me Oh fuck, man! How many times are you gonna catch me masturbating? You know what I mean? So it's like same thing, man. It's like you're constantly making fool out of yourself, or you're making fun of your people.
Yeah, you have to sort of. We have a lot of different tools. I guess as a stand-up comedian, this is what I'm realizing. We can victimize a lot of different things, and you have to rightly time a self-deprecation and an outward deprecation to people in the audience, because timing is everything and mood is everything, because we're dealing with like energy in the crowd. So if you like self-deprecate too much, people aren't going to laugh at it, because they're like, okay, well, we feel too bad for you now. It's not funny anymore. You know, and if you go too outward at a subject like vegans or something, then people get mad. They're like, well, but I know a vegan and I feel for them. They're like, but I love my sister. And you're like, well, okay, whatever. But like, you know, my sister used to make me play My Little Pony.
Yeah, I wrote this whole fat set, and I wasn't even saying anything mean about fat people. I was just basically saying that they could beat me up, and in my hometown, like, these girls were actually, they were the ones that got all the guys. And then it just so happened that night I go to the club, every person there is like huge.
Yeah, totally. It's gonna work like that sometimes.
They had their arms crossed, just sitting there all serious. It was horrible. It was horrible. We're having like a side conversation with Martin Morrow. Thanks for coming by. Hey, Martin, did you hear yourself on our podcast last time?
I didn't hear the last one. I heard the one before that, though. But I didn't hear the one with a fight. I'm looking forward to it, though.
Oh, that one's coming out soon. Coming soon. The one with the fight.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks for coming on our show. All right. So, Sam, how can people find you online?
Martin, I got you. I'm going to see you soon. That's Martin. He's very funny. The one way to find me is go to Instagram, Sam Brilhart Comedy, SAMBRILHART, and the word comedy. That's how I operate. One platform. Thank you so much.
Very simple. One platform. One platform. All right, Sam. It was fun having you on our show.
Thank you so much. You guys are fucking amazing.
Aw, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Sam Brilhart.
Hello. Unicorn Kin, how are you? Nice to see you. Unicorn Kin, nice to see you.
Hey, no tits about you. You got them on your back.
No, sir, I have no tits about me.
All girls freaking milk that motherfucker.
Well, ladies, you heard him.
Man, I just fucking pimped you out.
Thank you so much, ladies. You heard him. Get up here and milk this motherfucker. I don't know how you're going to do it, because I have nothing coming out of my boobs. Nothing at all. I did once when I was going through puberty. Like, my nipples were like weirdly sized. And so I freaked out and I squeezed one once, and like some pus came out. True story, never told it. Look, it's true. It happened. I was going through puberty. I didn't know. Shit gets weird. We've all been there. Shit.
You got shit on your back, dude.
Oh, man. I really miss VHS tapes. Like, I get it. They were really fucking hard to hide. But, like, I really fucking miss them, because VHS tapes were important. Because, like, that was the only way that you could, like, watch a movie on the holidays. Remember, it was, like, the only fucking way that you were ever going to pay attention to anything on the holidays, if your mom could buy you a VHS tape. The first pornography I ever stole was my grandfather's, and it was a Playboy VHS tape. Now I thought I was going to be super into this thing. Right? Because like, it was like these women and they were in this barn and they were like having fun in the hay chaff. But I was just so worried the whole time that they were like just getting itchy from the hay that I couldn't, I was just off it. I was just totally off the game. Whatever, my dad found it. He tried to get me in trouble for it, but then I was like, I found it from your dad? So he was sort of trapped in a circle there and he couldn't really bust me for it. I got out easy. Whatever. Oh, hey, okay. Would you rather adopt a pony or a dog?
Pony.
You can only pick one. You want a dog? Okay. Alright. What do you want? Pony or dog? You want a pony? You would take a pony? Thank you, sir. I hear you take a pit bull for $500.
No, she can't.
Really? I wouldn't take a pony. I wouldn't take a pony because I got real embarrassed when I was a kid because my sister made me play My Little Ponies, but she wasn't really a girly girl, so she made me go outside and run around the house with her and play horses and ride horses with her. So I really don't like ponies anymore. So I'd much rather adopt a dog. You know? Maybe like a Great Dane or something? A dog that would come up to my shoulders when it stood up? That would be fun. I would love a dog to come up to my height. Maybe like 6 feet tall, bigger than a real horse. And it would just stare at me in the face and I would feel love and support from it. That's what I would love. A dog.
What the fuck is funny about that?
Okay, see, there's a couple of things that's funny about it. Number one, you were the victim multiple times in the joke. I really don't have to explain that to you. Also, the comparison between ponies and dogs is hilarious to people. It's a great premise. It opens up a lot of. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, Batman.
No, dude. Stay.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Sorry. Great. Nobody cares. Man, I thought I had it, you know? Fucking unicorns. You really don't realize how sensitive and soft you are when you're inside this unicorn. Like, you think you're dangerous, you know? You think you're like tough and everybody's gonna pay attention to you. Like you can raise your voice and shit. But you're just soft inside of a unicorn costume. Nothing really matters, you know? Just sweating your butt off inside of a unicorn costume. I can't believe I wore rain boots. I thought it was gonna rain this whole time. Never rains enough in LA. I even brought my umbrella. Look, I got it from Victoria's Secret. No, for real, it says Victoria's Secret on it. I don't feel like this is bad luck. I feel like this is decent luck on stage. You know? Thank you. A few people heard that, and I heard it truthfully, and that was fucking hot as shit. Some people want a guy dressed in a unicorn costume holding an umbrella with female underwear on the fucking logo of it. I don't know. Oh my gosh, Tina's here. Tina's a piece of pizza. You guys, the pizza buffet is here. Don't worry about it. Tina brought there's a whole fruit basket coming later, right?
I did actually bring pepperoni.
Dope. Thank you so much, Tina. I'm so happy you're here. Look at that, everybody. Tina comes through with pepperoni. She's not only a big piece of pizza, but she's a real representing piece of pizza because, you know, she brings her own toppings. Shit, yeah. Thanks, Tina.
You're welcome.
We'll grab a drink. I have a tab open if you want to.
Good. I will take it.
Great. Go ahead. Miss, she's on my tab. I know about 13 fucking people here.
I'll do it.
Okay. Let's see. What else?
Can you guys take a unicorn picture together?
Oh my god, totally, we'll take a unicorn picture together. I just fucking remembered though, I hate mosquitoes. I'm so sorry, I have a really bad problem with mosquitoes right now. They're in my backyard, and like these ones have stripes on them. That's okay. So all right, look. So there's two ways to kill a mosquito, right? You can either slap it, stab. That's one way to kill a mosquito. The other way you kill a mosquito is you wait until it lands on you, and then you spread your skin apart, and then you wait. Because its butt is going to fill up with your blood, and then its butt just explodes. Well, look, it depends on how much. I hate these mosquitoes right now, so I'm willing to, like, explode their butts with blood. You know this, right? Yeah, like, who doesn't know this? And you just like, and you watch it just go, yep, drink yourself to death, idiot. You know you can't smell mosquito without quit? That's the Flint water. It's totally the Flint water. Hey, Batman, how am I doing on time?
You got a minute.
Oh, dope. Here we go. Check this out. So I have a really addictive personality, right? Go figure. Which is great when it's focused. But if not, it leads to alcoholism, diabetes, and beating every video game that I've ever played. Right? Now, I had to stop watching pornography at a very young age because I was watching porn and playing video games like this. Sam? It's your mom. You okay down there? Yeah, Mom. I'm good. I'm playing my game. Okay, well, the whole house is shaking and your dad's worried because the house is built on the clay foundation. It's okay, Mom. I almost beat it. Okay, well, when you're done, there's some Faygo soda in the fridge or maybe a hot dog that you can eat. Okay, thanks, Mom. Yeah, that's why I quit. That's my time. Thank you so fucking much. Batman, I'm so stuck. Here, you take this. Thanks a lot.
Wait, you guys.
Whoa.
Oh, a unicorn picture.
A unicorn picture. Get
You want to do
it
it now?
Yeah.
All right. Take.
Yeah, move that thing.
What we got? Oh wow, we got 3 unicorns.
Okay, you guys ready?
Wow.
1.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow. Hey guys, you need carpet, hardwood floors, laminate, tile, luxury floors. Log on to selectflooring.biz. You will get all the support you need. And if you need installation, ask for it. Once again, log on to selectflooring.biz for your flooring needs.
You want to do it again?
This girl's from all the way from Europe. Her name is Anuska. And she's got a last name. From America. Put your hands together for Anuska Miller, people.
Good evening and happy Halloween. You guys having fun? I mean, come on, this is amazing. Halloween in LA. So how you like this costume? Woo, it took me 2 hours to get into it. All right, check it out. It's Hollywood, so, you know, we gotta put some work into it. Hello. I'm out of breath, but that's because I ran all the way from Croatia to be here. My name is Anuska Miller, and I might have a chance later to explain that because I know those two don't go together. Before I even start saying my show, I do want to tell you, I was wondering what unicorn sounds like. So I tried a few things, and I just didn't know what it was, so the only thing I still have on me is like, was that good? So I was born in Croatia. And Croatia, for those who don't know, it's a country located between Italy and freedom. Even my name, Anushka, stands for I have to get out of there. fast. I used to be a runway model, reason why I used to run from home a lot. So that's how I ran all the way to America. Yeah. So I used to have an accent. I lost it, right? Yeah. I was firstborn, and in my male-dominated culture, the firstborn is supposed to be a boy. So I was raised to pee standing up. Oh. And now I just do it by choice. I mean, I really like it. Freak out everybody, especially guys. Because, you know, this is not a part of the job, it's just coming to me, so I'm gonna share with you. You know, the woman's bathroom is always so busy because we do makeup and God knows what not. But the guys just, they go in, they go out. So, you know, I just have to go often because I drink lots of water. You can tell. That's the only thing I do, drink water. So I always end up in the guy's bathroom. And I was like, don't worry. He's like, you know, I'm like you. Of course, he doesn't understand. But come to my comedy show, then you will understand. And what else? So I know I look white, but I'm actually black. It's a joke, though. It's a comedy show. Yeah? We all on that? Okay. So I was raised in a really functional family. And my parents function. Don't be jealous, come on. My parents, that does exist. My parents' function was to beat the crap out of me. Oh, don't worry, I turned out well, look at me. And it didn't hurt at all, because they took turns. And Sunday was a day of rest. So I rested. Trouble with that was, my father was atheist.
Oh, God.
On the other hand, my mom said that was really difficult. So I decided at the time, I thought really it was a really good idea to do everything opposite of my mom, right? So she cooks and cleans, I don't cook shit, I don't clean shit. She has 2 kids, I have 2 divorces.
Yeah.
She has the same guy for the past 40 years. I never had anything only once in my life, but I'm working on it. And I'm looking for number 3. Any single guys here? If my boyfriend was around here, he would kick my ass. But that's all right. I like that too, because I'm used to it, right? Oh, God. It's so good to growing up my way, because nothing really bothers you anymore. Like this. What was that? I'm unicorn. I know. I don't know what it really means other than, you know, I am fantasy of my boyfriend. So that's why I'm wearing this. Yeah. Say again? Survival? Yeah, every woman is a unicorn. Let's clap for that. Woohoo! Thank you, I really mean it. Oh, I do want to tell you this. So my father would storm into my room from time to time for no reason at all. Anyway, I didn't know what was his reason, so he would just jump in, and I knew the shit is about to go up. And so I know I have to say down, but I already said wrongly before, so I'm just keeping it because I think it's good. I'm from Europe, you know, I can just mess up the whole English, which I always do, and it's okay, it's forgiven to me. So he would come to my room like a SWAT team in one person. Whoa. And I just didn't know how to get out of it because there was no doors or windows, you know, he's just so large. And I would go like, you know what, it's really no good time for me right now. Can we reschedule? I see you want to talk to me. And then after that, I don't remember anything. But I have to tell you, growing up with my father, I would watch those John Wayne movies. Honest to God, I wish we were watching Tom Hanks or something more romantic, you know? Because in American movies, the father knocks at the door and he's polite and all of that. In Croatia, that doesn't exist. I mean, you know, no, because he's a parent and he has the right. So, okay, good. I learned how to do that. That's why I don't have kids, so I don't terrorize anybody. But I do terrorize my 2 husbands. That's for the ex. And the 3rd one seems to have a really good set of balls. So he's handling it well. Wait a second, I wanted to tell you. Okay, so I used to be a runway model, for real. And now I am a comedian, and I really like this life of a comedian because I get to tell people jokes, I tell them my story, and I don't make any money. And that's how I got this job at the gym. Now I have a job. I was so lazy like the rest of the Hollywood, sleeping till noon and not having any worries. What the hell? Okay, the only way you will get me out of bed in the morning if you give me a job at the gym as a personal trainer. And now I have that exact job. 5 a.m. cycle. People, what is wrong with that picture? Why they have to cycle at 5 a.m.? Could they not cycle like at noon after the tea, coffee, and brioche? I love you guys. I hope to see you again. This is my time. My name is Anuska Miller. Enjoy your Halloween. And thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah, put your hands together for Anuska Miller. She's a veteran on my show. Yeah. I'm affiliated with Global Vodka. We have Global Vodka up there. Promote Global Vodka. You guys see it up there? Global Vodka. Pull it out, girl. I want you to serve that thing. Yeah, that's the vodka I'm promoting. It's 100% gluten-free. I mean, it's 100% organic, made out of wheat, and it goes down real smooth. You think it's not gluten-free? Oh well. Oh well.
I hope you all enjoyed this episode. We are out of time on the Dive Bar Comedy Podcast, so please stay tuned for part 2 of our Halloween special next week.
Yeah, and our next show is at the Liquid Zoo November 15th. So show up at 8 o'clock p.m. sharp and check us out.
Thanks for listening.